Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be going through my entire guitar and gear collection for 2025, which includes all my Nirvana guitars, my pedals, and my amp, and also some guitars that I haven't shown on the channel before, since sometimes they're just personal guitars that I use for my own thing, but they're going to be included as well. Let's get right on into it. Alright, so we're going to be starting with the guitars in order of newest to oldest on when I got them. So the newest in my collection is this California Blue Sonic Mustang, which is going to be turned into a Skystang 2 inspired build. I'm going to be keeping this bridge, pickup selector, and bridge humbucker in it, but I'm going to be replacing this neck humbucker with a single coil, and I'm going to be getting a Skystang 2 replica pickguard hopefully. And overall, I really like this Mustang. It is really good, and if you can't afford a real Kurt Cobain Mustang, I highly recommend one of these. It does need a little bit of work, it doesn't stay in tune really well, so I might upgrade these tuners, but overall, it is a really nice guitar, and I definitely recommend it to any beginners or Nirvana fans. Alright, so this next guitar is the pride and joy of my entire collection, and basically it's my prized possession. It is my vintage 1970s Univox High Flyer Phase 3. I got this thing back in June after meticulously begging my parents for it, and they were finally convinced. So thank you so much, Mom and Dad. You are the best parents in the world. You don't know how much this means to me, but if you don't know much about these vintage High Flyers, so basically Kurt Cobain favored these during the Bleach tour, and basically this bridge humbucker was used to record the entire album of Bleach. This thing is very comfortable to play on. The body is very thin, so is the neck, and it has some nice low action. And for its age, it's in really great condition, and it's just amazing to play on. Anytime I look at this thing and play it, I always feel like I'm holding a piece of Nirvana history. So again, this has to be my favorite guitar of my whole entire collection. This next guitar is not one of my Nirvana guitars. I consider it more of a Dave Grohl guitar. This is my Epiphone DOT 335, which I got back in February as a gift for my mom's retirement, so thank you so much, Mom. I love this one as well. And overall, I love the color. I love the cherry red. I love that binding on the side. The knobs look really cool. Overall, everything feels really solid. It stays in tune really nice, and it sounds really beautiful, actually. And yeah, I might not feature this guitar on the channel a lot, but this is definitely one that I do like to play on my spare time. Alright, going back to the Nirvana related guitars, this is my Eastwood Univox High Flyer Phase 4, which I got as a Christmas gift last year from my mom. This is Eastwood's amazing replica of the High Flyer Kurt used for the Heart-Shaped Box music video. There's a few differences between this and the Phase 3, like the wraparound bridge and the maple neck. The body's a bit thicker on the Eastwood models, but the neck is nice and thin and plays really well. I love how they recreated the vintage Univox pickups, and they sound absolutely incredible. So I would definitely recommend this to someone who can't afford a real vintage Univox. Definitely a very high quality guitar from Eastwood. I love this one a lot. Alright, this next guitar is my Squier Classic Vibe Jaguar, which I got in July of last year from my dad. I absolutely love this guitar, but there are some things that I want to upgrade on it. Like the bridge, I'm hoping to upgrade it with a Tune-O-Matic bridge, and the tuners are pretty good, but I might want to upgrade those because they don't stay in tune as much as I would like, but hopefully the Tune-O-Matic bridge can help with that. I love the neck, I love how it has the block inlays, and the binding on the side, and the single coils. Wow, they sound incredible. They can get really close to the Heart-Shaped Box clean, so let me know in the comments if I should do a tone recreation of Heart-Shaped Box. But overall, this guitar is really nice, and I love to play it. This thing's been with me for a while now, so I absolutely love this one. Alright, this next guitar is somewhat Nirvana related, kinda is, kinda isn't, but it is my Squier Acoustic that I bought myself after my birthday last year. It's pretty good. I put some nylon strings on it to be similar to Kurt's Stella Harmony. I might be selling this one to get a Fender acoustic. I just kind of want to upgrade to something better. But yeah, not too much to say about it. I do like to play this one. Alright, this next guitar is my Squier inspired by Vandalism Strat build. Of course it's not accurate to Kurt's color-wise. I didn't want to copy his all the way, plus I do love the seafoam green color it is. However, I did get this Chris Store Vandalism Strat sticker, and I got a blank Squier Strat headstock to be like the one that Kurt played at the Paradiso, and I hope to be getting a Seymour Duncan 59 to put in the bridge position, but this was originally a Squier Affinity Strat that I got for my birthday last year. I do love to play this. The single coils sound great. It can get pretty close to the Paramount tone. Yeah, just overall, this is a really nice guitar, and I can't wait to mod this. Alright, for the last guitar, finally, but certainly not least, is my Squier Redding Strat build, and I could not be happier with this thing. I absolutely love this thing to death, and these vintage 90s hot rails just add that perfect amount of accuracy so you can get that Redding tone and VMA tone basically spot on. So this was the first guitar that I ever got back in 2021, and I played this thing for a long time until 2023. One of the wires in the output jack broke and it couldn't function, and I did not know how to solder at the time. So fast forward to this year, 2025, back in June, me and my friend fixed it up and we soldered the wire back in and whatever, and a couple months later I watched the full Live at Reading performance and I was like, oh, Kurt had a Sunburst Strat just like mine. So I decided to hop on Reverb, find some vintage hot rails and pop it in, and I could not be happier with this thing at all. I love it so much. Kurt's VMA Strat and Redding Strat are my two favorite Strats of his, and of course I had to leave the original stickers on the back as a way to remember that this was my first guitar that I ever played. But yeah, I absolutely adore this thing, and this thing holds a very special place in my heart. Alright, now we're moving on to my pedals. We're going to do the same order of newest to oldest on when I got them. Alright, the first pedal that I ever got was my Turbo Distortion Boss DS2. And like the other pedals that I'm going to be showing you, I got this thing because of Kurt Cobain and Nirvana, and I had so much time to learn that this thing can nail almost every single Nirvana era, like Bleach, the Nevermind tour tones, obviously, and surprisingly, some In Utero tour tones as well, which will be coming up with my Mustang, of course. And it's very versatile. It has a bunch of options. It has your level, your tone, and your distortion, obviously. And then it has a remote option, and that's option 1. And that's option 2. So there's a bunch of options with this one, and I absolutely love this thing as a distortion pedal. I highly recommend this if you don't have a DS2 already. Alright, the next pedal that I got was my Electro Harmonix small clone pedal. Of course, I had to get this classic pedal, again because of Kurt Cobain. It can do some really cool and wacky sounds, and I just love the look of it, and I love the sounds it can make. Of course, it's a standard chorus pedal, but it can do some really cool things. So again, I would recommend this if you don't have one already. And the last pedal that I got pretty recently as well, and I haven't shown it on the channel yet, is my Boss DS1. And I got a white version of the DS1, which I never knew that they made. And also, it's pretty sparkly as well. I don't know how good you can see that, but it's really sparkly, and I like that. And me being me, if it was orange, I'd probably accidentally step on the DS2 instead of the DS1 and vice versa, which I kind of like about it, so I can know the difference. And obviously, it has your basic tone, level, and distortion knobs. It's a pretty basic distortion pedal, but it can do some really cool sounds. And now finally, my amp, which is my Squier Frontman 10G, which I get a lot of hate for this amp because apparently it's a bad quality or a beginner amp, which I disagree with because it can do Nirvana tones really well. And I do love this amp, obviously, but I do hope to upgrade one day to like a Fender Twin Reverb or something like that. But if you're someone who can't afford a big amp like that, I would recommend one of these. It's nice and small, you can take it places, it can do the job done pretty well. I have no complaints for this amp. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss when I come out with a new video. My Instagram will be in the description below if you want to go follow that and see some exclusive content that I won't post on YouTube. I hope you all like my guitar collection. I wouldn't be where I am today without you guys, so thank you all very much. And again, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!